Okay, good morning class. Good morning class. Okay, you're probably sad because of your result. I feel the same way. Your class test that you wrote yesterday. So let's see what I expected you to have written to get 17 marks. Okay, I don't know what is going on with you people. If you have failed the test, which is anything less than half the marks, then you must come to the classes that is held on a Thursday. Classes are held from 3 till 4, 1 hour, free of charge. If you can't make it in that hour for a Thursday, then what you need to do is you can join the class on a Tuesday or a Monday, either with Mr. G or Ms. Dixon. Both of them will be able to help you with the sections that you're having problems with. Monday and Tuesday is from also 3 till 4. So you can get 3 hours of extra maths help from us, free of charge. But you people choose not to make use of it. So how do we build a nation like this? You people are our future. So take the work serious, people. Take your math serious. The question says, in number 1, solve for x. We got 2x squared minus 8x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So, what is my a value? 2. B value? Negative 8. C value? 3. So I'm going to use that formula, the quadratic formula, x equal to minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay. So what's my b value? Negative 8, so it's negative into negative 8 plus minus the square root of negative 8 squared minus 4, a is 2, c is 3 over 2 and a is 2. So x equal to, people, this work is very important because it forms the basis of many sections to come. So if you're having a problem here already, you're going to have a problem throughout your grade 11 maths and 12 maths. Okay. Maths is not going to be easier, right? Okay. Especially if you're not working in such. And I know some of you say, let's figure it out when you write the exam. Did it work this time? No, you would have to. You would have to put the time to study. Okay, that's my motivational speech for the year. Negative is positive. 8 plus the square root of negative 8 squared minus 4 times a times c over 2a. So it's going to give you 4 plus minus the root of 10 over 2. But what's the question specifically? It was to write in 2 decimal places. If the question was to write it in simplified third form, then that would have been correct. However, they asked you for 2 decimal places. It's 3,58. And the other one, of course, is with the negative is 0,42. Any questions here, people? No? Right, let's carry on. The next one is number 2. For 7 marks. So firstly, I'm going to factorize this denominator. We're going to swap this around. So it's negative x squared plus 3x. Then factorize it. It's negative x into x plus 3, or minus 3, sorry. That one there is going to be x minus 3x plus 2 plus 1, sorry, and that's it. That's all. So when I do that, I say it's going to be negative 13 minus x over x minus 3 x plus 1. Now you see that negative there times this positive is a negative. So it's negative 5 into, and I swap that around, is x into x minus 3 equals 1 over x plus 3 over x plus 1. Okay. What is my LCM here? What's my LCM? X minus 3 into x plus 1. Yes? So I have accounted for that. I got that, but I don't have my x. Not so. So I got the x in front. Okay? And I've accounted for that, and I've accounted for that. So what's my restriction? The values for which x can never be equal to. Can never be equal to 0, 3, and negative 1. X can never be any one of those values. Okay. So, what must the first fraction be multiplied by to satisfy that LCM? X. So negative 13 minus x into x. The second denominator must be multiplied by what? X plus 1. So it's 5 into x plus 1. The next one? X minus 3, x plus 1. The next one? 3x. So this must be multiplied by x into x minus 3. So it's 3x into x minus 3. Now what? Now it's just a matter of simplifying, getting rid of the bracket. So it's going to be negative 13x minus x squared minus 5x minus 5 is equal to, multiply the story out here, should give you that bit. So it's going to give you x squared minus 2x minus 3 plus 3x squared minus 9x. Okay? Now what do we do? It's a matter of writing it in standard form. So 0 is equal to, bring everything to the right hand side. X squared plus 3x squared is 4x squared plus x squared is 5x squared. You all agree with that? That's correct? The next one is negative 2x minus 9x is negative 11x plus 13x is going to give you positive 2x plus 5x is going to be positive 7x. So I got 3 minus 3 plus 5 it's going to be positive. So that is our trinomial. Can you see that, people? This trinomial can be factorized. Trinomial can be factorized into 5x plus 2 is 7. So it's excellent. Positive, positive. So in other words, therefore x, 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So 5x equal to negative 2. Divide by 5, so x equal to negative 2 over 5. Or x equal to negative 1. But if we now see, what do we have here? You see that x cannot be equal to negative 1, x cannot be equal to 3, and x cannot be equal to 0. So I have omitted that one. What will I line through there? If you're not going to omit that in a solution where it should be omitted, and then it's going to, you're going to lose a mark. Kelsey, it doesn't look like you're doing maths right. You am. Okay. Just look like you're very, very busy into that. Oh, you weren't here yesterday? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. But you okay?
Yep.
And then the last question was your simultaneous equation. So here we must make either one of the equations the subject of the formula, x or y the subject of the formula. We're going to go with equation 2, so that's going to become x equal to 4y plus 5. That's equation 3. Substitute wherever you see x, 4y plus 5. So it's 4y plus 5 squared minus 5y into 4y plus 5 plus y squared equals 0. But you can say, okay, but I could have written 4y plus 5 and the y at the back, it's the same. The problem is when the learner multiplies this out, then they have an issue. When they multiply the negative 5 in, and then they just put the y at the back, which is wrong. That is why I make it a habit of writing it together, as I'm doing there. So when I multiply out, I don't make a mistake. And that's it, okay. Binomial squared, so it's 4y all squared, it's going to give you 16y squared. That times 2, it's going to give you 40y. Plus the last term squared is 25, minus 20y squared, minus 25y, plus y squared equals 7. Okay. So you got 16y squared minus 20y squared is negative 4y squared. Negative 4y squared plus y squared is negative 3y squared. You got 40y minus 25y is positive 15y. You got 25 minus 7. It's going to give you positive 15. Remember, when you bring 7 over the equal sign, it becomes negative. How do I get? Okay, you guys can see you can divide throughout by negative 3. For those of you who can't factorize a trinomial, at this point you use the quadratic formula where your a value is negative 3, your b value is 15, and your c value is 15. Yes, Michael? 80. No problem. Thank you. My mistake. So I divide by negative 3. So y squared minus 5y minus 6 is equal to 0. So again, this is a trinomial to us, not so. So you got a y and a y, a 6 and a 1, minus and a plus. So y is equal to 6 or y is equal to negative 1. Did I answer the question fully? No. I got y is this. But my x, not going to put it below that, so it'll be better. So for the x, so x is equal to 4y plus 5. So that's going to give you, is that correct? 4 times 6, 24 plus 5 is 29. Correct? On the other hand, you got x equal to 4 times minus 1 plus 5, which is? Okay, you all agree with that? No? Okay. Any problems yet? Then I gave you some homework, not so? And the homework was we did simultaneous equations, not so? Wait, let's first go to nature of roots. Then we'll start there first, okay? Nature of roots. Sorry? 15. Which page was that on? 45. Page 45, okay? The nature of roots in this textbook is very, very, I don't know if shallow is the right word to use, but it's not so in depth. Okay. The nature of roots is much deeper than this. So I'm going to give you another exercise from a different textbook to enhance this section of work. Otherwise, the other sections, this book deals with the other sections very well. Okay, I like this textbook. That's why I use this textbook. But just here and there, it's just something that I would enforce more, and then I would give you from a different textbook. Okay, I won't expect you to buy the textbook, so I'll just send you screenshots of it. Okay. Alright, so we see this on page 15, eh? Right. Now we first do, what's the name? 45. Right. So you have to do 2.13. Correct? Right. 2.13. You do all the odd numbers. Did I cut it yesterday? No. Did I cut it? No, I didn't. So we spoke about delta, we spoke about discriminant, we did all of those things. Okay, let's just paste this here. This was 2.13. If you're watching this video at this point, you can just do the odd numbers before you see what the answers are. Okay. And what page is this? On page 45, no? Page 45. Exercise 2.3. Okay. Right. Any problems on number 1? No. Did you watch the lesson yesterday, Michael? You know what's the lesson? Okay, nice. Number 3? Number 4, 5? Yes, 5 is the issue. Okay. Yes?
When Sir's asking, Sir's going to ask these questions in the exam, right?
Yeah, definitely, Michael.
And then when answering them, do you have to say that triangle
Delta?
is either equal to 0, and then you have to say like rational, irrational, real, equal.
You see, if it says describe the nature of roots, then your answer must be therefore roots are real, rational, and unequal, or whatever the combinations are. If they tell us solve for k for which the values, for which the roots are irrational, then you go where delta is greater than 0 and not a perfect square, and then you understand. So again, if the question is describe the nature of roots, then you must write real, rational, and equal or unequal. Okay. But question 5 was the issue. In question 5, we are told for which values of k will the equation x squared minus 6x plus k have equal roots. So it's x squared, number 5, minus 6x plus k equals 0 at equal roots. Before we go into the roots and delta, more than, less than, and things like that, we first work out delta. Don't go straight into the equation. First work out delta. What is delta? The discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac. So what's your a value here? 1. What's your b value? Negative 6. What's your c value? Okay. So what's your b value here? Negative 6. So it's negative 6 squared minus 4. A is 1. C is k. So it's going to be 36 minus 4k. That's your delta. That's your discriminant. But what did they tell us? They told us that we'll have equal roots. What does equal roots entail? What does equal roots entail? Yes? Anybody? Yesterday we spoke about equal roots. Yeah? The only time roots are equal if delta is equal to 0. That's the only time. Okay? So, for delta to be equal to 0, let's say you have 4 equal roots. Delta is equal to 0. So, what is delta at this point? 36 minus 4k is equal to 0. Negative 4k is equal to negative 36. Therefore, k is equal to 9. Okay.
So you can write it
Yes, quickly. Any problems with number 7?
down. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
If you could say it right, but you didn't say it equals 9.
So what did you have?
You say equal to, but you also say more than.
Did you lose them all?
Maybe.
Okay. You ready, my girl? Okay. So you said number 7 is also the issue?
Yes.
The question says determine the value of a in the quadratic equation ax squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0 as non-real roots. Have non-real roots. So firstly again we're going to work with delta. So it's ax squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So what's my a value? The coefficient of a is x squared is a. B, negative 2c is 1. So your delta, which is b squared minus 4ac, that's going to be negative 2 squared minus 4 times a times 1, which is 4 minus 4a. So that's your delta. But what did we say? 4 non-real roots. What do we know for about non-real roots? Delta is less than 0. So it's 4 minus 4a must be less than 0, which means to say it's negative. Negative 4a is less than negative 4. Divided by negative, what's going to happen to the inequality? Swaps around. Don't forget, whenever you're multiplying or dividing by negative, your inequality swaps around. Okay. So any value greater than 1 will result in a non-real solution on that equation. For homework, I would like you guys to do the remainder of exercise 2.13. Just remind me tomorrow, I must give you an exercise from another book. Okay, just in case I forget. I probably won't. Because, as I said, you are tested way deep, more complex sums than this. Okay. But it's a nice exercise to start off with. Okay. To give you the right idea and working with little values or small values at this point. Okay, so that's that. Then we went on to simultaneous equations, not so? And simultaneous equations, you had to do questions 6 to 12. So 7 to 12. Any issues there? People, 7 marks for these questions. No? A minimum of 6 marks. Sometimes 7, sometimes 8. Yes? No. Number 11 and 12. So this is exercise 2.15. Page 15. Okay, number 11. So first things first, you must make either x or y the subject of the formula. I'm going to make x because that is the easier one. Otherwise, I'm going to work with fractions. Whenever I see x in the second equation, I can substitute 2x minus 3. Sorry? 2y minus 3. So we got 2y minus 3 squared minus 3y squared plus 2 into 2y minus 3 plus 4y plus 1 is equal to 0. Not so. Binomial squared is going to give you 4y squared. That times 2 is negative 6, negative 12y. Negative 3 squared is positive 9 minus 3y squared plus 4y minus 6 plus 4y plus 1 equals 0. 4y squared minus 3y squared is going to give you y squared. Negative 12y plus 4y is negative 8y. Negative 8y plus 4y is negative 4y. 9 minus 6 is 3 plus 1 is 4. Perfect square trinomial, not so. So it's y minus 2 squared equals 0. Or y minus 2 times y minus 2. Or if you don't know how to factorize a trinomial, use the quadratic equation. Okay, you guys are getting that right most of the time. There's one thing that you guys get right. So y is equal to 2. Not so. So what I do with that? I sub that back into where I have x as the subject of the formula. So therefore x is equal to 2 into 2 minus 3, which is... Who asked this question? Where did you go wrong, Michael? 4y? Yeah. Yeah. Where? Yeah. So you got this here like it is. Okay, so you added the like terms incorrectly. Okay. Anybody else? Alright, so you sorted, no? Let's look at the next one that you also asked. Let's copy this. Twelve. Alright. So for number 12, we're going to make x a subject of the formula. No? Was it number 11 and 12 yours? So x is subject, so it's going to be 3y plus 9. So wherever I see here x, I'm going to put the 3y plus 9. So what I can do is I can substitute it as it is, or I can multiply that out. I'm going with multiplying it out, so it's x squared minus xy plus 4y squared minus 31 is equal to 0. Wherever I see here x, I'm going to put the 3y plus 9, which is there and there. So it's going to be 3y plus 9 squared minus y into 3y plus 9 plus 4y squared minus 31 is equal to 0. Which gives us 9y squared, that times 2 is 27. 27 times 2 is 54. Just check that. 54 y plus 81 minus 3y squared minus 9y plus 4y squared minus 31 is equal to 0. So that and that and that. So it's going to be 6, this is going to be 10y squared. That there. So that's going to give you positive 45. Let's check if that's correct. Yeah, should be. 81 minus 31. It's going to give you 50. Again, you can't factorize this, use the quadratic formula. Okay, alhamdulillah, I can factorize. It's going to give you 9y plus 10. Check if that's correct, people, somebody. So it's going to be 2y, y. 2 times the 5 must be out. So that's going to give you 4, 9, that's right. So y is equal to negative 5 over 2, or y is equal to negative 2. Okay, again, you could have used quadratic formula. Okay, the corresponding x value is just do the let's just do the substitution. So we know that x is 3y plus 9. As you can see, it's off the screen now, so I'll just write that in. We don't have to write this now. So x is equal to 3 into negative 5 over 2 plus 9, which is negative 15. 18 is 3 over 2. Just check if that's correct. Is it correct? No. Nobody do the homework, other than the person who got it wrong. Just check how far we might. Sorry? Right, okay, now I'm feeling better about myself. Where did you go wrong, Michael? Sorry? No, now you see, that is unfair, Michael. You didn't get a chance to attempt it. Now I must spend 5 minutes on it. What was the note I gave you? Go back to when we started the equations. What was the note I gave you? You didn't write the note down. What does it say? Did you label it? Yeah, so you got equation 1 and equation 2. What's the second note I gave you? Which one of the two is linear? The first one or the second one? First one, yes? So yeah, I could have divided by 3, or in this case, as I made x a subject. So if you're stuck, you just go back to the note I gave you. Okay. And by the sounds of it, most of you didn't do the work anyway. People, this is your future. Okay, don't come in grade 12, third term. Then you decide, I want an A for maths. It's never going to work. Or at that point, I want to do well at maths. They say it's never too late for maths to catch up all that work. I haven't seen somebody do that successfully. Okay? So for now, I'm not going to say it's never too late, but I haven't seen it done yet. So don't show me. I'm not going to work now. And then in term 3, I'm going to show sir. You're going to fool yourself. Okay? It's sad. Also considering what you guys got for your maths test, your class test. And remember those questions that you guys didn't answer well yesterday was taken from a previous exam paper. So what I do is I just take my past exam papers, cut the question, paste it there, you got your test. Now you ask yourselves, if I had written that test in that year, see what would I have gotten for these 3 questions. Okay? So keep on thinking about that. Leave Netflix for now. No, whatever you're busy with, TikTok, whatever. Leave it. It's not going to benefit us in maths. Okay? People, 2.15. I want you guys to do numbers 13 to 20. Okay. Quadratic inequalities are going to look at tomorrow when we have a bit more time. Today we're going to look at solving problems using quadratic equations. Okay. Now this section is normally just left out by learners. It's a word problem. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up in such a way that every day we can do one of these types. Okay, solving problems using quadratic equations, and I'm on page 60. Okay, so today we're looking at the first type. Okay, and this type deals with rectangles mainly. Okay. What page? What did I say? 16. Okay, no problem. Sample 1, page 60. Solving problems using quadratic equations. Okay. So here we are told that mathematical problems dealing with real life situations usually involves large numbers and are often difficult to factorize. So in most cases the best to use the quadratic formula to factorize it. Okay. We're not going to work out factors of 100 or 625 or whatever. Okay. Using the quadratic formula, even sometimes it comes out to be nice rational numbers. It's going to be easier to use the quadratic formula if the numbers are fairly large. Okay. We are also told that some problems have more than one unknown and you will therefore need to use simultaneous equations. Okay. So at this point you have completed simultaneous equations, and we also completed using the quadratic formula. Not so? So let's look at the example. What's going on here now? Okay, so I have to stop this video.